Hello, how are you? It's Jodie here from the Seven Effect, and I am coming to you with a bit of bad news actually. So, we were scheduled to do our very first business success story with the amazing weight loss or women's weight loss expert, Suzanne Ingleton, here live on the Seven Effect page at 1 o'clock, and it's already 1:18 p.m. And I just wanted to let you know that Suzanne and I have been in the background trying to get some technical issues sorted with her Skype. So for some reason, I can hear her, but she can't hear me, and there's the speakers in her end are not working. So we've rescheduled that interview for Wednesday next week at 1 p.m. I'll put another post up and let you know, and it'll be a great one. So, oops, that's Suzanne ringing me now. Let's just see what's happening. Hello, can you hear me, Suzanne?
Yes, I can.
Oh my goodness.
So it's
Check it
very
out. She's here.
fine.
So you can hear me. We've actually got some people. I was just saying how we were going to reschedule. And normally, so this is true behind the scenes stuff, guys. Suzanne has just jumped on. We were about to reschedule. So, Suzanne, now that you're here, if you can, yeah, that's it. We need to get our heads about equal. I can sit up a bit. And what should we do? Should we go ahead and do the interview now live, or do you want to go with the reschedule? Let's just get it done, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
And we've even got a bit of an audience. There's some people watching, which is great. You can hear me, I can hear you. For
Yes.
those of you that are tuning in and watching us live, we would love you to say hi. So just type hi in the comments below, or give us a thumbs up in the comments below or something, just so we know that it's coming through loud and clear. So I'm pretty excited to bring you our very first business success story and introduce you to women's weight loss expert Suzanne Ingleton. So I've had the pleasure of working with Suzanne for about 6 months, is it? Or maybe even
Yeah.
7 months now. And look,
Since November, I think it was. November we started.
we've got Joe here saying, yay, Suzanne is amazing. I'm doing her 5 in 4 program and it has transformed my eating. So thanks, Joe, for being here. And isn't that fantastic? Your clients are hanging around everywhere going, woo woo. We've also got Tony here, one of your other teachers, the NLP master and one of our gurus in the Lifestyle Business Builder, who helps people with their mindset, Tony Everard. Hey, Tony, great to have you here. So, Suzanne, let's kick off with a little bit about you. We're going to unpack some of your incredible business success, and I would love to leave people with some real practical things that you've learned in the last 7 months that they could implement. But before we get into that, tell me a little bit about why you do what you do, or what you do and why you do what you do.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose it started with a health crisis that I went through about 12 years ago, and at the time, I discovered that I had breast cancer, and I really needed to go on a bit of a wellness journey myself. My oncologist at the time said to me that I needed to be fit and healthy to really survive this and get over it. And as you know, I take things very literally, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I became a personal trainer. I felt that that was the best way for me to become the fittest and healthiest version of me, and to help other people in their lives to be fit and healthy.
Yeah.
And from there, I guess I had some other things going on, and I went on another way of learning from a mind perspective. So I became a Reiki master, and that led to hypnosis and hypnotherapy, NLP, timeline therapy.
Yep.
And so essentially I wanted to be able to help people to be the fittest and healthiest versions of themselves.
Yep.
And I wanted to give something back. One of the overwhelming things that I remember is the last day of my radiotherapy treatment, I wanted to give back. That's the three came to me in my mind 3 times. I have to give back, I have to give back. And I didn't know how I was going to do that. But over the years, it really, the journeys that I went on to help and heal myself, um, just gave me this sense of feeling that I really wanted to help others. And I am now able to do that in a very holistic approach.
Yep. And I love that you had the journey of, all right, body first. And like any other personal trainers who potentially watch this interview, they would know that one of the biggest challenges in helping their clients get their body in shape is addressing the mindset stuff. So, was that what led you into NLP and hypnosis, or was it something else?
Well, no, it was a bit of, I discovered that the mind was the missing link. As a
Yep.
personal trainer,
Yep.
I found that people were losing weight and they were changing their body shape when they were with me.
Yeah.
And I knew that they were eating right, they were exercising right. But
Yep.
when they left me or, finished the program, uh, invariably they'd come back and the weight had come back on, or I'd hear that the weight had come back on. I never really understood why that was. I
Yep.
just thought, oh, well, yeah, you just have to eat the right foods and you have to exercise, and that's the only way to lose weight. But it didn't seem to be sustainable. I don't know. I
Not
didn't.
everyone's as literal as you, Suzanne. It's like, just do the right thing, right? If the
Yeah.
PT says do this, just do this.
That's right. And so along the way, I started looking into the health of the mind and what it could do, the power of the mind. Started with meditation actually, and then I learnt hypnosis and hypnotherapy and NLP, and that's when I finally, the penny dropped. This is it. It's the mind that is stopping people and their stress levels. It really all starts with stress, but that's, is created in the mind.
Yeah.
And once people can let go of their stress, they can let go of their weight. It's
Yeah.
a very simple equation once you know how.
Yeah. And that's the key, is learning how. And the same goes in business. So since we've been working together, you've experienced phenomenal growth. It's fair to say your business has literally exploded
Yeah.
onto the market in the last 7 months. And can you tell me a little bit about where you were in business when we first met? So what stage of your business were you at? How long had you been there? And what were you
Yeah.
sort of working on?
Yeah. So I just actually jumped out of a corporate role to work for someone in the private sector 5 days
Yep.
a week as in the meditation space. And I had started a very small Reiki business as a Reiki practitioner,
Yeah.
and really just floating along on the side. Then the private enterprise, the person that I was working for, he had to pull back, and my days were reduced, and so I had to build up my Reiki business, and I wasn't doing that very well.
Yeah.
And it eventually turned out that I had to support myself entirely,
Yeah.
and I was just determined not to go back into the corporate space or work for someone else. I really wanted to give this a go.
Yeah.
So I was I was only making about $2,500 to $3,000 a month. It was just getting me by. It just paid the bills, and that's all. That's where I was.
Yeah. And so when we first met, you came along to an event here at the Life Design Studio.
Yeah.
What was it you were looking for? What was the things you wanted to get out of that session?
Yeah, I just didn't know how to build a business,
Yep.
and really, I'd tried. I'd been in business before as a personal trainer. Obviously, I had my own business. I built a beautiful community of people, but I could never get it to get bigger,
Yeah.
and it never grew. And I was finding I just didn't know everything. I didn't know what to do, how to do it, and I felt like, well, there's no point in me trying to reinvent the wheel. I need to go to an expert. I need to get some advice and some help. So that's why I came to the Business Expo. And I'd heard a bit about you, Jodes, and I
Yeah.
wanted to meet you in person. And
Yeah,
I was
great.
completely wowed.
Yeah, that's lovely. And I love that you came, and so many people get stuck in this place of like, okay, I've got so far based on passion and the why,
Yeah.
but then how do I grow it? How do I make this a bigger business? And we've got Jo here as well. She's got a comment for you. You won't be able to see the comments, but I'm sharing them on the screen, Suzanne. Jo
Okay.
says, the mindset for weight loss has been the key to my success. Glad you figured it out for me. Boom.
Yeah.
So, it's true though, isn't it? The mindset is the missing link. Oh, and look, we've got Suji Akobi here as well, giving you a wave, Suzanne. Hey, Sue.
Hello. Hello.
So you came along, you wanted to grow your business. Did you have a clear vision of what that growth looked like?
No,
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 most
really
people
no.
don't.
I just felt that what I was doing wasn't working. I clearly had the passion. I clearly had the why. I still wanted to help people, but I just didn't know how to put it all together.
Yeah.
And I was determined not to go back into, and work for someone else. So I thought, well, I just need the help of an expert.
Yep.
And that's why I came to you.
Yeah. And so growing your business to a point where you go, I'm financially stable. I
Yep.
don't have to go back to a job now. What is the impact of that in your personal life?
Oh, huge relief, and a sense of, accomplishment, huge accomplishment
Yeah.
that I can actually do this. I never thought that I would be able to run my own business. I always thought it was for someone else, the clever
Those
people.
people over there.
Over there, that's right. I never thought that I would be able to do something. And I have my own office space now. I no longer work from home. I work in this beautiful wellness hub.
Yeah.
And, as you say, my business has grown, but I never thought I could do this on my own. Never.
Yeah, it's amazing. And just speak so you know, for all of you out there, Suzanne came to our event. She joined the Lifestyle Business Builder program. So we kicked off November last year, I think, Suzanne. Then
Yes.
in December, we had our end of year Christmas party and business awards. So we do our end of year business awards, which we're going to call the Freedom Awards from here on in. And Suzanne scooped in after just a month of being in the program and took away the Speedy Gonzalez Award for rapid epic growth. So it was literally in the first 4 weeks of working together. The program hadn't even started. We'd just spent 2 hours together, really. Tell us about what was it that changed for you and allowed you to go from, I don't know what to do, I know I need to grow, but I don't know how, to winning the Speedy Gonzalez Award. And I think you actually probably doubled your income in
Oh,
the
yeah.
first month. Yeah. So tell us about that, Suzanne.
Well, it was you, Jodes, and
Well,
it was.
thank you for
you
saying
know,
it. But what did we do?
you unpacked me.
Yeah.
So it was our first meeting. I went to come and sit down with you. You said to me, what do you want to do? And I said, I don't know. I don't know how to do this. So you said, well, what can you do?
Yeah.
So I said, look, I can do this, and this, and I can do all these wonderful things. And how can we put this together? So we brainstormed, and we came up with the 5 in 4 program, my flagship program, on that day.
Yep.
And I just knew immediately this is the mind stuff immediately kicked in for me.
Yeah.
And I knew that this was going to be a winner. And with your help, you helped me package it, and it was the packaged product.
Yeah.
That allowed me to grow and expand and really expand myself into different areas. Weight loss being huge. I hadn't even thought of going into the weight loss space. But on discussion and based on what my skills, I was able to put this program together, and everything tied in: the meditation, the NLP, the hypnosis, obviously, the timeline therapy, the Reiki. My past experience as a personal trainer and working with men and women to lose weight and keep fit.
Yep.
It all just fell together.
Yeah, it was amazing actually. And I'll never forget because one of the first questions in the unpacking is I like to get a sense of, what are you currently selling and how are you charging? And at that time you were for 2 hours, it was around $150 for a session.
It was $100 for 2 hours. So I was probably working for $40 or $50 an hour because the sessions always went for more than 2 hours. So
yeah. And the thing is, you weren't packaging things up, so people were having to buy little pieces of you at a time, but they couldn't even make the connection for themselves about how all that came together. And I'll
That's right.
never forget the look on your face when I first said, right, Suzanne, we need to create your high value product. And I'm talking something that's at least like $800 or $900, potentially $1,500. And you were like, I don't know that people will pay that much for me. But when we started writing the copy and designing the 5 in 4, and we listed all the beautiful things that you would do to help them support your goal, how did you feel then? Because I remember you were quite confident about saying, actually, this is 100% worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because once it was written down, and once I started valuing the skills that I had and the things that I could do, I could see that all those things did add up
Yeah.
to a packaged price, and everything had value rather than me putting a very low value on what I had,
Yeah.
or just on one thing. We put them all together, and yeah, I could see it straight away. I still didn't realize. I still lacked the confidence that someone would actually pay that much.
Yeah.
But do you remember the first post that I sent to you?
It was a photo of you going, That was like literally 3 or 4 days after we met, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't very long.
Yeah. So tell us, and just for those tuning in, what happened was Suzanne left that meeting. We had a name of a program, we had some copy around it. We had this beautiful journey based on all the best bits of Suzanne's skills that she could take a client on to help them lose 5 kilos in 4 weeks. And we just knew that that's what people were looking for. And Suzanne was very confident that she could help people achieve that. Then you actually, so it was priced at what, $790 to
$750 it was the first. Yeah, $750.
$750. She launched as a case study and went, all right, let's just test the market. We reckon this is worth at least $1,500, if not more. But let's put it out there and see if people will pay $750. So how did you put it out there, and how many people jumped on board?
I put it out there with your help developing the case study program. So basically, I followed your process of creating the case study program, and I just advertised on Facebook. I just put some stuff on Facebook. That's all I did to my friends.
Yep.
And I think I got 7 or 9 people.
Nice.
And and it was just amazing. And one of the first people that jumped on board was my old boss.
Yeah, amazing.
And I was terrified. I went, oh my goodness.
Oh God. Am I really good enough to do this?
Yes.
That's where people go. So I'm just doing the calculations. If we go 9 times 750, yeah. So you took your income from around 2.5 to 3 grand a month to 6,750 in a matter of just weeks. Amazing.
Yeah.
So what was the big lesson for you there, Suzanne, around business?
Yeah, just have some faith and get it done. I suppose, as I've said, and I think you pointed this out, that I'm very literal, and I just did what you told me to.
Yeah.
But I knew that it would work, and I had trust and faith.
Yeah.
And the more action I took, and the more I put into it, and the results started coming through.
Yeah.
That they were getting great results, and I was hitting those targets, the things, the mind space results that they wanted to achieve, and I was learning so much. And now I just have this program that is just running beautifully. People are finding me organically.
Yep.
It's not so much that I'm doing a lot of advertising for it. It's starting to come in via referral.
Fantastic.
And fabulous.
And, I remember when we first had that session and put together the 5 in 4, and there was just something in my gut that could see all of that happening. And I went, you know what? If you have the courage, Suzanne, to really niche yourself as the weight loss expert and help people do the work internally, because a lot of the time when people start out in business, they want to help people with everything. It's like, I'm an NLP master, a Reiki master. I can do hypno. I can do all of these beautiful things, meditation. And so I can help people with a whole host of programs and problems and situations. But I think not only was it about developing the high value product or program that you developed, but it was about having the courage to niche in and say, you know what, I'm just going to do women's weight loss.
Yes.
Were you nervous about that, or was there anything that you How did you feel about doing that?
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous. You know, I've always heard in my short business life was that you must niche,
Yep.
and but I felt confident in that I knew what weight loss was about. You know, I'd worked with weight loss, I'd seen it, and because now I understood the missing link, it was just to me a bit of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And I think you know, a couple of times, because I was working with non-smokers as well at the time, and a
Yes.
couple of the times I veered off. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
going, oh.
Yeah.
But I came back under your guidance,
Yes.
and it just so totally makes sense, because I'm only thinking about one thing. I'm not thinking about what am I going to do for this or this, and I can put all my energy into it.
Yeah.
And the more energy I put into it, the more I learn, the more I can pass on, the better the results my clients get, the more places that I can take myself to increase my learning as well, and you know, to really become the master
Yeah.
of what I started, and that's just my absolute goal,
Yeah.
to be the expert. And you know, when you said to me first, Suzanne, I want to position you as the weight loss expert, I went, oh my goodness, and I'm thinking, oh, Michelle Bridges, and you know,
Yeah.
the other. I'm going, can I really do that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, but I do feel confident now that this is what I can do. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you've got people like Joe who's watching live and so many other clients who are saying, Suzanne, this has literally changed my life, my relationship with myself, my
Yeah,
relationship with food. And
yeah,
what I love about your program is it helps people get that first 5 kilos off. But as you've already started to see, the unconscious work that you've done with them has them go on and continue to just effortlessly lose weight without it being a big thing. So,
that's right.
yeah,
And that's how it should be. You know, we are conditioned to believe, and because of past failures, that it is hard. But you know, everyone has been put into a box of a diet or a program, or it's got to be this way, it's got to be that way. But in actual fact, it doesn't.
yeah.
And it's just retraining and giving the knowledge to people to let them know that we can do it, and we don't have to be on a diet, and we don't have to do ridiculous amounts of exercise. So yeah, it's pretty amazing.
And as a practitioner, how is the difference for you of selling your time by the hour? Like, here's one hypnosis session, here's this, or
Oh,
taking a client on a journey? How does that feel in terms of relationships and delivery?
uh, it's because I form a much deeper connection with my clients. They develop a much deeper trust in me, wanting, and I have clients coming back to work with me in other areas.
Yeah.
And just the total reward of really getting to know my client, and being their cheerleader and their guide, and you
Yeah.
know, just being there for them and really understanding what's going on in their mind.
Yeah.
It's a very rewarding, deep connection, which gets amazing results, and that's what I love.
And you do it with so much love. And I think that's the benefit for your clients, and probably why you're getting so many word of mouth referrals now, is because I think a lot of people, when they're starting a business, they become very scared of selling a high value product or service because they think, oh, but I'm only worth $100 or $150 at a time. But the problem is the client never gets to really relish in all the magic that you had to offer. And that's what I loved about building this program with you, is they don't just get you 1 hour at a time. They literally go on a journey that's designed in a particular flow to get them the result, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, because we get to know each other, you know, the wins are, they're not superficial wins either way. You know, they're just so so yeah,
Yeah.
they're very meaningful.
Yeah, and they're lasting, they're sustainable.
That's right.
So tell us about where your business is now. Success story time. What's happening in your business right now? What sort of income are you able to generate, and
Yeah,
what's on the horizon?
yeah. Well, March was probably my biggest sustainable month, just before COVID. So it was just at nearly $9,000, and I could not have believed that I would, you know, hit that kind of money.
Yeah.
Then COVID came, and Look, I took a step back because I was so busy. I needed to do some building in my business. So, that month dropped, and I was happy to do that because it gave me time and space.
Yep.
But the month just gone, another $8,500 month. I'm tracking the same this month. This is I just feel like I've gone boom, and it's sustainable.
Yep.
I am creating another program. In fact, I've created, I don't know, 4 programs, I think, since I've been with you, some online programs,
Yep.
2 online programs, and now I've just come out of the business boot camp with you the other week, and I have my huge high value program that is going to be launched next year. So that is just so exciting, and something I would, once again, didn't think that I would be able to create, but you've given me the knowledge and the skills and the confidence to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, and I love working with literal people like you. Everyone in the Lifestyle Business Builder, they go, it's amazing, Jodie. I just did what you said to do, and it worked.
Yeah.
And we've just watched you. So since January, when you did the case study program with me over that 7 weeks, and then jumping into the Lifestyle Business Builder for the following months, your business has just gone from strength to strength. Even though you skyrocketed the income almost straight away, what's nice now is you don't have to hustle so hard for it, You've set up the systems and the framework to have that coming in. So well done.
Yes. Yeah. And exponentially, there's always another level, but your program gives me the structure and the framework to go with that next level and to support me in that next level, and give me the knowledge to grow it even further.
Yeah.
But do it sensibly and
strategically.
Strategically, the word. Yes.
And that's what's nice, is being able to jump on those weekly coaching calls. And like you said, there's a temptation. Oh, there's a shiny new idea over here, Jodie. I'm throwing this in, and I'm like, no, don't mean to be a party pooper, but let's get back on track. I'm going to shoot that one down. You're not starting up that. We're not doing that. We're doing this. Which is fun. It's so much fun. Look, Joe's saying, can't wait to do the work with you, Jodes. Me neither, Joe. It's going to be fantastic, because Joe's another one, by the way, who's been through the case study and built an amazing online program. She's a personal stylist. She's also a client of yours. We've just got the best community, haven't we?
Oh, absolutely. And the collaboration opportunities are amazing. So I'm going to be working with Joe. I'm working with Marianne Bennett. So, being in this group of like-minded people and being able to work together and support each other and help each other, see the success in others, see other people grow, is just so rewarding.
It's so exciting. So I'd love to just get into the nitty-gritty. If we were talk about 3 specific things that you got out of the Lifestyle Business Builder, or that you're still getting out of it, essentially, what are your 3 favorite things about being a member in that program?
Well, the one-on-one personal support from you, Jodes, is the biggest, because, that very first 2-hour meeting that I had with you, boom, my program was done. I walked in there with no idea, walked out with, oh my goodness.
Boom, we've got it.
Boom, it just happened. So, your hands-on support, the fact that you do get into our business and my business, and you know everything about it, and you're passionate about it, and that's what I love, and I know that you've got my back in all areas. All the business building knowledge, all the support programs that you offer, the case study program, the life raft program was incredible. The business boot camp was just amazing, and I can't wait to do all the other things that are coming up. There's so many.
I know.
And I just want to be, riding on your shirt tails, because, I can see you just getting bigger and more successful, and you've got such a wonderful positive energy, and so does everyone around you. Like attracts like. So, it's an amazing space to be in. So that's the second one. The third one is was being at the Business Builder at the boot camp, and knowing how to create my next high value program, which I didn't really even was aware of until you casually threw it out there.
It's right there. Let's make it.
let's build a 5K program. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
but
do
you know
that.
what? You can do it, and it's going to be exclusive and special and transformational for the women who invest in themselves at that level.
Yeah.
Amazing. I am very tempted to come on the journey with you. This is the problem. I end up wanting to do everyone's programs and go, I
That's
will sign me
right.
up, which is great because I get to learn and grow personally from all these incredible coaches that are around me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
So fantastic. And Suzanne, would you say then, even though we're only 6 months in really to you being in the program and you've got the whole rest of the year with the coaching, but then you're coming on the journey at the ultimate level. So
Yes.
we got years together to keep going on this journey. But for
Yeah.
anyone that's thinking about getting a business coach or getting the support at this level, what would you say to them?
Oh,
Look,
just do it.
there's
It's
that
really,
Catherine
it's
here.
a no-brainer. I learned that you need to invest. You need to spend money to make money. You need to invest.
Yeah.
And obviously, you need to find something to invest in that has high value.
Mm-hmm.
And I had invested in some pretty high value programs, and there was no personal support. And I didn't realize that that was the key. It's the
Yeah.
personalized support in the program that is the key, other than the fact that you need to resonate. But I would just say, look, if you're looking at Jodie and what she's doing, and if you like anything about that, get along to one of the programs and just take that leap with faith, because you just can't go wrong. Follow the advice.
Be literal. Take it literally.
That's right.
Literally do what she says and you'll get the results.
Yeah, jump in both feet, because if you've got this split thing, you just really have to have the confidence in yourself that you can do it. If you want it, you can do it.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of mindset help, with the amazing Tony Everard and the NLP, and that has got so many people over the line. And there's so many success stories for people that have gone through your program, had some blocks and issues, gone to see Tony, and then gone, boom, they're in there.
And how amazing is it? Just you would think during coronavirus that a lot of people in our space would be really fearful, and obviously I did the life raft to keep people above the water. But have you noticed we are just having so many posts in the members area of like, oh my God, my webinar's fully booked. Oh my God, I filled up my program. Oh my God, I'm freaking on fire. And it's like,
I know.
Our community members are just smashing it right now.
Yes, absolutely. The energy within the program is amazing. It's inspiring. We feed off each other's success, and we help each other grow. We buoy each other up. It's just an amazing community.
Yeah. Was there anything before you joined that was kind of holding you back and thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't? Did you have any hesitations?
Look, I think the only hesitation was the financial commitment.
Yeah.
But once I got my head over that, and I thought, well, I need to make money to spend money. I can't do this on my own.
Yeah.
And you need to. There needs to be an energy exchange to get something out of something. So and I'd seen the work that you'd been doing, and that was the only thing. But it didn't take me long to get over it, because I paid for my program. I paid for it in the first couple of months.
That's right. Before it had actually started. And I remember you saying, I've set myself a goal to have paid for this within the first 6 months, so that the next 6 months is just all bonus on top of that.
That's right.
So what you went and did is you went and made enough money to pay for the whole program before the program had even officially started.
That's right. And now I've upgraded to the ultimate. So.
You have. And because you've just seen the benefits of it. So well done, Suzanne.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you so much for being part of our community. I'm excited to share all of your beautiful wisdom with the people in the 7 Effect community as well around health, fitness, mindset, weight loss. So watch this space, folks. We'll get Suzanne back to talk a bit more about mind, body and weight loss. Next time we'll do an interview around that. But Sue Giacobi saying money well worth invested. So it is just got to make the decision to invest. Yep.
Absolutely. Yep. And do the work. Just get in there and do it. And that's what happens. It goes boom.
That's right. And I think if we were to take away from my observation of why Suzanne has really achieved such exponential success in her business, number one, she made the investment and said, all right, I don't have the plan. I know I want to grow my business, but I just need help. So she said, all right, let's just go to someone who knows how to do it and get the help. Number two, you had the courage to really niche down and say, all right, I'll just speak to women about weight loss. Number three, we designed that beautiful high value program that gives people truly the best of who you are and how you can help them. And number four has to be your literal, I'll do what you tell me to do. Is there anything else you'd add to that, Suzanne? I just think it's amazing watching you work.
Oh, thank you. I think that I am buoyed on by the courage and the wisdom of others in the group.
Yeah.
And just to be able to be part of something that is changing the way people do business in Adelaide. And
Life and business, aren't we? Literally the way we live, the way we work.
That's right, and because it does focus on life as well. It's that life balance, life balance, or it's living life by design and not by default.
Yeah.
And that has real meaning once we get into the program and understanding that there are many different parts of us, and we need to work on all of those parts for the whole part to shine. But there are people out there that can help us every step of the way, and we do. Everyone just grows. So,
yeah. And it does help really breaking down, looking at life and the 7 elements there, and then looking at our leadership abilities and the 7 elements there, and then looking at the way our business is designed and the 7 elements there. So I've absolutely loved working with you. We have literally just started, my friend. So watch this space.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you so much, Jodie.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without you, and I am eternally grateful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been my absolute pleasure. And for all of you who are watching live, thanks very much for tuning in. I'm going to head out with our little end stinger. Suzanne, just stick around on Skype. Once I've finished recording, we'll have a quick debrief. See you, everyone. Okay. Have a beautiful weekend. Let's hope this works. No, that one's not going to work. So I'm going to just press stop record. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. See you, everyone. Have a beautiful weekend.